I think I'm on 3 trophies with this deck, and I think 4/4 ones, or 3/4 ones. So 12 and 3. What's that? 30 matches, 27 and 3. My win rate with this deck is absurd. I mean, I have a couple of bricks too. I have we had a couple O2s last night, but I think overall my win rate has been insane with this deck. I think it's cracked. I fixed the I fixed the Amalia matchup too. Like, just main decking one Ferocidon when you have 4 copies of Huntsman's Redemption is so huge. Because you just, like, you only have to put one of these in your deck. So when it's bad, you're not drawing it that often. And you have so much access to it with 4 redemptions. And then post-board, you just have 7 copies against them. So, like, that matchup has been kind of free. I beat it twice in the league when I 5-0'd this morning. The only tough matchup for this deck that I feel is Phoenix. And, like, I've tried so many different plans against Phoenix. I think the plan is just, like, play some hearses, play the Hazoret, and maybe hope to dodge, or hope that your draw lines up well against them, because I think no matter what, it's, like, kind of a tough matchup. We tried the ley lines, we tried a bunch of different stuff, but, yeah, I don't know, I actually beat Lotus Field twice. My matchups in the 5-0 league this morning was 2 Lotus Field, 2 Amalia, and a Rakdos deck, and I beat Lotus Field twice, which normally I think is a tough matchup, but, like, my draws were pretty aggressive, you know. Like, you can still just race them if you go Elf into Stormseeker into Chariot. Like, those draws are... You can just get them dead before they kill you. Play 2 Hazoret. You think the second Hazoret's good against Phoenix? I don't know if you need it, though, because you have... Again, you have 4 redemptions. Yeah, I thought about Cage. So, I did think about Cage lining up, like, somewhat well against Phoenix. But I think the bigger issue against Phoenix is the fact that they can just kill you with Shieldred. Like the blue-black version, that's the issue. Is if you cage them, they can just go like Shredder into Shieldred and not care about that card. Now, it is slightly better against blue-black because they don't get to play Abrade. You want it against Rakdos, and like maybe people play mono green, but that's pretty narrow. I could see cutting the 4th War. Like, okay, so basically the cards that I'm not sure about, at least in the main deck, I don't know about the Abrade. I'm basically debating between the 4th Bonecrusher and the 1st Abrade. The rest of the main deck I think is perfect. I like the 24th land. I've been happier with an extra land when we're playing Copter, and we had some issues missing land drops last night. Sidana, thank you for the 23 months, the classic monthly Sidana copy pasta. Collected Company, not the best with Esika's Chariot in Akroan War. Just gonna throw that out there. Hazoret good against Rakdos too. Oh, so you're saying cut the war for the second Hazoret because they're also good against Rakdos? Yeah, that's fair. Like I could see that. But yeah, so the main deck, the only slot that I'm really the only card I'm debating on in the main deck is this Abrade. I think everything else is perfect. The 1 Ferocidon's great. 2 Lovestruck, 2 Thrillseeker. I'm a little sad to cut the Sentinel of the Nameless City because I was pretty impressed with that card, but I think with Copter, I have been a big fan of Lovestruck Beast. So pretty sure I'm going to play Lovestruck over Sentinel, even though I wouldn't fault you for playing Sentinel. It's just like the extra 1-drop and the extra 1/1 is good with Copter. And then the sideboard, I don't know, I could take or leave some of this stuff, like the Frillback, the Shield Breaker, the Akroan War. Like, these 3 I'm not sure about. I know Sauce was only playing 2 unlicensed Hearse, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think I like the 3rd Hearse because it is really good against Phoenix, but like, I could see these 4 cards in the sideboard being cut too. Could it be good to play like 1 heavy hitter in the main, like some dragon? Like Glorybringer? I mean, usually if you're getting a heavy hitter, you would just search for a Thrillseeker. Like, if you want a card that ends the game, you're just going to get this card. I don't know if you need something like Glorybringer. Hand's good. I keep. Not expecting a lot of boring players on Lotus. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Lotus. I believe that the people who have been playing Lotus for a while will continue to play it, but it's not a deck that you can just, like, you know, if you were, let's say last week, right, you got hit by the Karn ban or you got hit by the Geo ban, and you're like, I want to play a combo deck. It's really, really difficult to just pick up Lotus with only, 7 or 8 days of practice. The deck requires a lot of repetitions and just like you need to know a lot of the different lines and ultimatum piles, and it's not a very easy deck to play. So I think the people who were already playing it are going to still play it, but you're not going to see very many new people pick it up. I once had a 2-stream watch streak, but my god, I don't know how people get to 3. Siege Rhino got the 3. Yeah, exactly. Get good, Siege Rhino says. Alright, well, I don't need the second one of those. Alright, just don't claim me, please. Is there a top X that queued for Denver? I think it's top 32, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I believe it's top 32 qualify. I think it used to be 48, but they changed it to 32, I believe. Well, now what? I was going to steal their thing, but I guess we just play Chariot. Alright, it's not even close. Top 48 for Denver, 32 for PT. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Done. Boop, boop, done. Haste. Attack. Can we die next turn? I hope not. What am I discarding? I think it's Lovestruck Beast. No, it's probably Redemption. Because I can either Lovestruck plus 5/5 next turn, or just cast War if they play like Devil. Yeah, that makes more sense. This game's not going to last, 3 more turns for the Redemption to go off. Are there pass-down invites for Denver? That is a very good question. I don't know the answer to that. I think there is, but I'm not 100% positive. Like, if somebody top 48s and they're already queued, they already won an RCQ for Denver, does that RC invite pass down? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I know the PT invites do, but I'm not sure if the RC invites do. Yeah, I mean, when you have Elf into Stormseeker, I guess they contested. I was going to say uncontested, but they did kill our Elf. But yeah, just like, I mean, Copter, Stormseeker, Chariot's just an unbeatable curve for these Rakdos decks. That curve is so insane. Okay. Something tells me that's not going to do it. Thoughtseize and just see, like, 2 best possibles. It's not ideal. They probably did not want to see these 2 cards in my hand. I mean, they knew I had 2 spells because I discarded Redemption. We can even crew both vehicles with just the Lovestruck Beast. This is why Lovestruck is so good. Yeah, this is Pioneer. Dude, I don't know, Brennan. Every single person seems to love Inti, and every time I've played it, it's been awful for me. But people just love it. I don't get it. People fucking love that card. And I really don't know why. I've tried it so many different times in so many different shells, and I've always hated it. Alright, bro. What are we doing? Attack you for 1,000. Okay. I'm gonna attack you for literally 1,000. LT is just testing? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. This game into is much better than Shieldred. Well, I think they're also playing Sack. I don't think they're playing mid-range. I know Tupperware has been playing a lot of Sack. I guess nothing... Well, no, the Trespasser, right? Yeah, they're definitely playing mid, because Sack wouldn't play Trespasser. What was I doing against mid-range? I think the Shield Breaker, the Hazoret, the Ferocidon comes out for sure. I was cutting 1 Redemption against the Fatal Push decks. This card does not line up that well against Fatal Push. I guess now my side patterns is a little off because I have the Clothis. Could shave an Elf, probably. Let's try that. What deck am I playing? The Gruul, I guess you can call it Gruul mid-range. It's kind of unfair to call this deck a mid-range deck. But Gruul vehicles. This is likely what I'm playing in Atlanta. It's going to take me a lot to get off of this deck. Just like I like the matchup spread. I only really feel truly bad against Phoenix, and I don't know, that matchup is still, it's not like the matchup is 0%. You can still beat Phoenix if you have like if your cards line up well, or if they don't kill your elf, you know. I mean, this hand sucks, but I also don't want to go to 5 against Rakdos. So I'll keep this. Has the red-black matchup without Skyship. It doesn't really matter. I think you're still super favored against Rakdos. Yeah, thanks for the Copters, Wizards. Did I expect a lot of Amalia's combo in Atlanta? Yeah, I think Amalia would probably be like the third most played deck. What's up, Golem? Bonecrusher. That'd have been good last turn. It's kind of awkward. I mean, I want to use all of my mana this turn, so I'm not going to cast Lovestruck Beast. I'm just going to Abrade something. I'd probably take 3 and try to Abrade a Fable token. With Copter, do you think the deck is tier 1 now? I do, yeah, I do. I definitely do. No, I don't, Eli. People are probably gonna... It's kind of hard to acquire those cards. Okay, well, I'm not going to time walk myself. I'm just going to use my mana. Alright, cast this card. I think it's good. I mean, I hope it's good. It's all I really got. It's a lot harder to animate Klothys in your Giganta deck. You need a lot of permanents in play. When's the next Dive Den episode? We recorded one on Monday, and they usually... Did it not come out today? I thought they came out today. It should be out tomorrow if it's not out today. But we did record one on a Monday. How does Gruul beat Amalia? Rampaging Ferocidon. So game 1, you have 1 Ferocidon main with 4 Huntsman's Redemption to search for it. So you effectively have 5 copies. Game 1, they don't usually have removals, so they probably can't beat it. And then in post-board games, you just board in 2 more copies, and then you just play that card on turn 2, and a lot of their deck just, like... It's so hard for them to beat that card. At least in my experience. I've played a few games with Ferocidon against Amalia, and it seems insane against them. Yeah, I think Ferocidon is probably the best card, because not only does it prevent their life gain, it also shortens their clock. Because, like, their deck is just... The way their deck is constructed, they have to put a bunch of stuff on the battlefield to make their returns and chords good. So if you have an early Ferocidon, they have to take a lot of damage to set up their cards, and, like, that chip damage is just so massive when you're also clocking them with the Ferocidon and any other stuff, too. Am I animating Chariot here? It's probably better than double blocking. Exiled Thoughtseize. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to double block. They probably have Fatal Push, but if I double block and they have Fatal Push, it's also bad for me. They may have K Command. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought was going to happen. But now they can't play the Thoughtseize, so this is honestly not even that bad for us. I think we're just in a good spot. We just have so many blockers. I'm even not going to attack with the cat token. I think we just want to play defense here. The longer the game goes, I think the more favored we are with Klothys. Spike was playing Sword of Fortune Frontier in the deck and it looked cool. Well, he was playing a different build with, like, Javier too, and Javier plus Sword does seem pretty cool. My issue with playing Javier is what happens when you draw Javier and don't draw Sword. Like, you kind of have an embarrassing 1-mana 1/1 in those games. So I think if you're playing those like that type of combo, you're more at the risk of just drawing the wrong half of your deck. And the reason I think this deck is so good is with the addition of Copter, that just doesn't happen as often. Like, all of your cards are so good. And even when you draw elves late, you can just loot them away with Copter now. Well, I'll block your 4/4 with my 5/5. I know they have Torch, but whatever. Okay, sure. Okay. If we draw 2 Javier's, they're embarrassing with 2 1s. Yeah, I mean, that's still not very good, though, right? That was a good card. So I'm going to take their Inti. I guess we're not attacking this turn, because they can just block with the 3/3 Mutavault. So we'll just pass. I don't want to let them have Inti, though. Can maybe attack with the Lair of the Hydra next turn. I kind of want to draw a vehicle so I can crew the Inti on Chapter 3 of the War. Yeah, vehicle is probably one of our best draws. Either one, Chariot or Copter. Not dying to Boseiju is also a bonus for the Dino versus Vortex. Yeah, the other issue with Vortex is you kind of have to hold up a lot of mana. Interesting that they're playing Giganta into the War. Because they could have just waited till Chapter 2 and then played it the turn after. Maybe they feel like they don't have enough time. Because now this is just going to die to War. I don't need mana. So I guess I'll just do this. Pick up Giganta, leave all my blockers back. I guess I could attack with Inti. Discard land, put a counter on it. But I kind of wanted to chump block the Giganta with Inti, just to guarantee that it dies. Like, if I attack with Inti, put a counter on it, they just don't block, they take 5, go to 7, and then next turn, this is going to be untapped when the War resolves, which means they'll just get it back. It's a good point. They can tap for mana, so then I can't chump block with Inti anyways. Yeah, it's a good point. So I guess I might as well attack. Do I also attack with Lair? I don't think so. Because if I attack with Lair and hit a spell off of Inti, then I can't cast it, so we'll just send the Inti. Attack with the token. No, I think attacking with anything, it's got to be Inti. Right, yeah, I can hit a vehicle off of this, which is best possible. Yeah, counter here. Or I can hit a Cragcrown pathway. That's also an option. I don't quite have enough mana for Giganta, right? A little bit short. 1, 2, 3... Okay, your turn. They could have, like, another Inti to give this trample, maybe? Maybe that's their plan? I'm so hyped for Atlanta. You started playing Pioneer Leagues because of me? Dude, Pioneer is the best format. Always has been. Pioneer is based. Made finals of your rescue with Tiebender Rhinos? I did see that. I'm assuming it was a 1-slaughter. If so, condolences. I don't really want to take 5 here. The reason I'm chump blocking now is because next turn, when they attack with Inti, it's going to have trample, so I don't have a good chump block next turn. It was a 1-slaughter. That sucks. You hate to see it. Okay, eat this. Resolve that. They get Inti back. They're at 5. Do I have lethal if I go Muta, Lair? Muta. 1/1 Lair. 2 blockers block both Mutas, they go to 3. I guess not, so I'll just play 2 spells. Just double spell. And then probably end up just taking 6 from the Inti if they attack and go to 8. Just chill. It was a 1-slaughter and 2 people showed up. I feel like more than 2 people showed up. Because if I recall correctly, your tournament report was like 6 rounds. So, yeah. Losing in the finals of a 2-person tournament, you hate to see it. What if it was a 2-slaughter and 2 people showed up? Then you'd be chilling, right? Playing a brew of Soul Flare, keep losing to Leyline and Rest in Peace. What in the world am I supposed to do? Well, what colors are you playing? Usually the best answer for stuff like that is like... what's it called? What's the green naturalized with kicker. Why do I forget the name of that card? Yeah, Klothys just soloed them. Yeah, Terra Sunder. Terra Sunder is probably the best one. We're playing under the assumption that the rule was X, and then the rule is actually Y, you know? Well, it wasn't always clear that you had to mill your deck. I think that's very non-intuitive. That part of the ruling just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's the same as how it works on Moto. Well, on Moto, you don't have to mill your deck, right? TLDR, if Amalia is more than 20 power, the Amalia player has to mill their entire library if they combo Bamsing. It's a forced action, because it is technically an action that they can take. Which, that feels weird to me. I'm not sure. On Moto, you mill your deck or your timeout. No, you draw on Moto. It's just instantaneously a draw, right? Yeah, because of the Explore. I love it when I get the flip Storm Charge Slasher on 3. I mean, I'll play into counterspells. Maybe I shouldn't. I would honestly rather have them counter this than kill Slasher. Maybe their plan is kill Chariot, take 3, then Wrath me. Okay, they're not killing Chariot. The draw bracket's going to be crazy at the RC. Yeah, draw bracket does go crazy. Thirst for Meeting. That's not what I expected. That's definitely a card that you're allowed to play. Yeah, I also think their plan might be have nothing. Let him cook. They revealed the Yorion, by the way. Discarding 2 lands. Fred Durst for Meeting. 4 Monstrous Rage. Bro, do you know that? So Gruul can actually... Gruul has a searchable way to draw the game in the Amalia matchup. You can Huntsman's Redemption tutor for Rimrock Knight, and then Rimrock Knight the Amalia at 19 power. I have thought about that. So, like, when you're up a game against Amalia, you just board in the Rimrock Knight and just force a draw when you're up a game. Is that 5-head, or is that 2-head? Honestly, it sounds kind of 5-head to me. But, like, you have to be up a game, you know, for that to really matter. Because if you're down a game and drawing the game, then obviously who cares, but... but then you just play more games. Right, and the match ends in, like, 1:05 or whatever, you know? Search for the draw instead of a win. Well, I mean, if it's a game that you can't win anyways, you might as well just draw, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking a legal game action that is allowed under the rules of the Magic the Gathering, like, of the rule set. I'm not doing anything illegal, you know? It's all within the rules, baby. Alright, what are we doing against Blue-White Thirst for Meeting? I would assume this. I would assume this. Abrade probably stinky. Akroan War stinky. Okay. Could bring in Frillback against Lockdown. I don't care that much about Lockdown, though. It's also really slow. It's like 4 mana to kill their Lockdown. Anyone have a link to the ruling? I saw it on Elliot Raff's Twitter. I think other people have tweeted it out too. I'll link you Elliot's tweet. You don't see Rimrock in my list, yeah. That's the hidden tech for this weekend if I play against Mono Amalia. Alright, well, I mean... See, the key to winning with Gruul is just opening these 2 cards every single game. Yeah, but that's just not going to happen. Or I'll just play a second Ferocidon. You know what I mean? You know that I'm allowed to have more than 1 Ferocidon in play at the same time, Tonba, right? You know that that's allowed? It's not like Exodia where you can only play 1 copy of each. They just let you have more than 1 of those. You can just do that. Don't counterspell me, bro. Good talk. So they're going to get lost, Stormseeker, untap, lockdown. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Bet. Yeah, I've been doing the same thing there. Or you just mold a Ferocidon against specifically Amalia. That's an interesting draw. I think I'm casting Bonecrusher. Not sure if that's right. It's more damage output next turn. Tomper, thank you for the 16 months. Well, see, it's not a single hate piece. You just draw a second one, you know? You just draw a second one. It's fine. Alright, don't Emperor me, please. Asking nicely. Please don't cast that card. I can't. No! I can't handle it. No! Oh. Should I stomp the Shark token? I think so. Stomp Shark token, play Elf. I don't want to commit a second Bonecrusher into a Wrath. I'm into this. "25% likely to render bridge during a cope deck." Is Amalian not a cope deck? Define cope. It's a nice looking Glacial Fortress. I haven't seen that. Oh, Mausoleum Wanderer. That kind of cope. Yeah, I don't know if I would recommend that. Alright, I would like to attack you. Most watched this year according to Recap. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Until it ends. Get in the copter. Don't counter this. Not allowed. What are you doing? Oh, that's fine. How is Spirits into Phoenix? I would assume bad. I can't imagine that matchup is that good. It doesn't seem like a great matchup. All removal spells plus blockers that come back to block your spirits. I don't know how you ever beat that deck. Do you think Gruul is better positioned than Rakdos in the current meta? Personally, I think so. Maybe I'm coping, but I think I like Gruul's matchup spread a little bit more. And I think it's a much better Copter deck. Kind of into them countering this. It chose not to. Okay. Cast this. Please no counter. No. Alright, your turn. You only have 2 cards in hand. I also have mismatched Glacial Fortresses. Any tips on how to beat a Molly combo on Gruul? Right there. In the hand. In the hand. But if you ask Tomber, it's not good enough. The Dawn. It's time for the return of the Dawn. I can't have another counterspell, right? Hop in, baby. Yeah, I don't need that. No, Emperor. No, no, no. I think we're still, like, ahead, weirdly enough. They only have 1 card in hand. They're not really doing anything. I guess maybe I should have played Ferocidon there so they wouldn't gain life off Emperor. It might have been a better play. Worth noting, Emperor, not that great against Copter, because they still get a trigger. Not great in the Copter meta. I mean, you obviously still have to play it in blue-white, but it's, you know, it's much worse than it's been before. Okay. Yeah, I said hop in. Get in. Get in, get in, get in. Atlanta is this weekend. This is going to be the last stream before Atlanta. So if you got any Twitch Primes, chat, if you want to get those Twitch Primes in, today is the last day that you'll have to get them in before Monday. I'm leaving tomorrow, and I'm coming back on Monday. My flight on Monday lands in Boston at 12, so I should have time for... I'll still be able to stream on Monday. It might be a little bit of a later start, but I definitely will stream on Monday. Why would they uptick? Okay. Oh, they were just dead if I had a land. They picked up Yorion. Yeah, I'm going to play this deck. Most likely. Unless something weird happens. Championship celebration stream confirmed. You already know. I'm coming back with the trophy. Do I kill Emperor? Playing Huntsman's is kind of stupid because they can just blink lockdown. So I guess I just, like, I don't know, attack them and play Klothys? Or attack Emperor and play Klothys? Also, if I don't kill Emperor, they can just kill Bonecrusher, so I definitely have to kill Emperor. Yeah, let's just play Klothys. Okay, go. Request a hot take. Is Gaia's Blessing is Amalia new hot deck tech to force a draw? Well, they're forcing a draw anyways. The only way, so if the Amalia player gets to the point where it's more than 20 power and they're milling their deck, the only way that that game doesn't end in a draw anyways is if there's a removal spell, right? So, like, I don't really see what Gaia's Blessing accomplishes. You're already going to draw those games anyways. And if they have a removal spell and they know you have Gaia's Blessing, they're just going to kill your Amalia, right? Because it is open deck list. And they would see the Gaia's Blessing anyways. So it just doesn't change anything. You can't explore X if they have 0 cards in deck. That is not true. That has been confirmed by the judges. That is not how it works. If they have no cards in library, they can still continue to explore. Yeah. Yep. Confirmed by judges. What's up, Walda? Does it work differently on Arena? Is Wildgrowth Walker on Arena? I'm interested to see how it would work on Arena. I think it is. Yeah, it's Ixalan, right? Yeah. We sideboarding Giant Growth. Well, I have a searchable Giant Growth. You can just search... Oh, no, that's rude. You can search for Rimrock Knight. Well, I guess I forced the chump block, right? Question is, do I also throw it at them? What would I rather have? A 6/5 in play or them at 6? I feel like I'd rather have them at 6. Didn't play the land first? What do you mean? It doesn't trade. I don't have to play the land first. I feel like I'd rather have them at 6, right? I think I'd rather have them at 6. Like, if I don't sack and they have Emperor kill my Bonecrusher, it's really, really bad for me. So, I am ready for this weekend. I'm ready to crush some fools. I'm feeling really good about the deck. I think it's in a good spot. I think we've, like, spent a lot of time tuning the list. I really like where we're at with it. Big fan of the list. Combat. Absolutely, Bewalda. Everybody, if you see me in Atlanta, please be sure to come say hi. I would love to meet some new peeps. Cycle Chark Typhoon. DJ Chark Typhoon. I really want to get this Huntsman's Redemption going, but this being unblockable against the Shark is more important, I believe. Signed the foil Doomwake. Yeah, that was pretty sick. I signed a foil Doomwake for Jabber when I was in Dallas as well. Jabber actually got the foil Doomwake out of the bulk box too, and he had the audacity to tell me he got it from the bulk box. And I was very, very sad. That Doomwake has been relegated to the bulk. It was a very, aware moment situation. Can I get your autograph on some Go Blanks? Yeah, hell yeah. Let's do it. I'm in. Alright, I'm gonna attack you. Oh, no, I'm not, because they can block with Castle. Never mind, just kidding. No attacks. How about this one? Does that one resolve? No, I signed as Doomwake. I think it would be weird if I signed as my first name. Danny DeVito. Alright, your turn. Proceed. We just need to find the second Thrillseeker and we're chilling. 2 on the bottom. Yeah, Pioneer Blue-White is so awful to play against. It's so fucking bad. Much, much worse than Modern Blue-White. Another Shark Typhoon? Oh. Well, they have no cards in hand. I don't know why they didn't make Amalia Wrath every time after 20. Yeah, if they just put 20 or more, why does it say exactly 20? I kind of agree with you there. I'm not sure. I really don't know. Is Thoughtseize any good against red-green? Kind of depends on the deck. I think as the Rakdos mid deck, I would want Thoughtseize, yes. Bonus bitch. Bolt Snap Bolt with the 300 biddies and then the additional 30 from Twitch. You'll love to see it. I wonder if that pops up in the notifications. We'll see in a second. It did. That's sick. And it even said it in Brian's voice. That's hilarious. I didn't know they did that. All right, your turn. I'm just going to time them out. Easy timeout victory. Only once per game? Why would they have to do that? Good card, please. No, not a good card. Alright, your turn. Isn't Pioneer Blue-White fun? I know! That's the reason. So, like, people think that I concede because I just, like, hate playing against Blue-White, and that is part of it. But, like, it's also just really bad for viewership. These games are not fun to watch. They're so awful. They're just miserable, you know? I'm doing it for you guys, you know what I mean? Like, I do it for you, chat. Everything I do is for chat. Yeah, you guys can all take a nap and come back in like 30 minutes. Imagine having to play this matchup in paper. Yeah, even worse in paper. Can I put on a movie or an episode of It's Always Sunny? I should. What is Cube for charity? So it is a 48-hour marathon where two teams of four. It's going to be myself, Jim Davis, Reed Duke, and Aria versus JBro, Nassif, Caleb, and Meebo. And where it's going to be a 48-hour marathon where I think I'm going to try to do like 14 to 15 hours a day. No, I'm not going to do the full 24. I'm going to get a little bit of sleep. I think my plan is like I said, probably about 14 or 15 hours a day. And then just to see how many we can get trophies. And it's also a big charity event, so all the donations during that time will be going to charity. So it's like, see who can get trophies and then who can raise more money for their respective charity. Sleep cam. I think I do this. 3 a.m. Pioneer is solved, huh? What's this? Based. 4 Havoc Festival, 4 Quakebringer, 4 Erebos, 4 Call on a Professional, Giant Cindermaw, Ferocidon, Tybalt, Vortex Knight. Perfect. Tonber would love to play against that deck in Atlanta. What are the charities? Our charity is Lambda Legal. I don't remember what JBro's charity is. Let me look it up. JBro's is... Where did he put it? He put it in this channel. Doctors Without Borders, JBros, and then ours is Lambda Legal. What's happening in this game? What did they do? Oh, they activated Castle. Okay. Oh, we win. See, this is why you don't concede to blue-white, chat. Folks, this is why you do not concede to blue-white. I could have scooped, like, 5 turns ago, but... So I believe it's just the people who Jim invited. Jim reached out to me specifically, and it's they do it every single year. I don't know what they could have. Maybe I should go to combat first, and before Rev. Okay, my wreckage has been settled. You got it, Chief. Good game. God damn. Like, I beat them, but I don't... it's one of those things where I won the match, but I feel like I lost the war. You know? Because I had to sit through that for a half hour. Keep. I mean, if their username is GDS in Modern, they probably have Fatal Push in their deck, right? Oh, they only play Phoenix? Okay, good. I do want to test against Phoenix. No, I only play the stream playlist, which there is a link to if you want to do exclamation point playlist. You can get a link to the stream playlist. Rude. Bazinga. All right, don't spell pierce me though. We need to have an agreement where you promise not to spell pierce me. Cool, that's fine. I mean, I don't want to double spell, so. Your turn. Yeah, they're basically just they're like elf hydras. Kill one elf, two come back. Creature type elf hydra. Fiery impulse my cat. That's not nice. Not my cat. No. Discarded galvanic iteration. They have another spell. They can get back Phoenix. They do not. That's very good for us. Because if they had Axe, they would just cast it and get back Phoenix. So we know for a fact they can't Axe the Chariot. So we have a pretty clear turn here. We just play this. Am I casting Copter to trigger the Shredder? I feel like it's not worth it. I'm just going to pick up Giganta. Yeah, I don't really want to trigger Shredder here. Give them more looks at a 1-mana spell for Phoenix next turn. It's not like the Copter's going to be able to attack into this anyways. Okay. They did not find a 1-mana spell. Oh, they found Op. Never mind. Okay. And they have Cruise. Okay, touche, touche. They probably had that last turn, but they didn't have enough cards to cast it. Ancestral Recall, folks. Still legal. Okay, so they're getting back 1 Phoenix. I can maybe beat 1 Phoenix. What's our best draw here? Probably Thrillseeker? I mean, we can tutor for Thrillseeker. But we have to kind of think about this. Like, is there a way that I can set up lethal next turn? I could, like, float mana with Elf, get Thrillseeker, play Giganta, crew Chariot, send everything? Copy Beast Token. Let's assume they block both Beast Tokens. They would take 4, 5, 6, 7, go to 9. I think that's good. That sounds good to me. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm in. I'm in. Get Thrillseeker. Play Giganta. Crew, shove. Yeah, we can throw Jeff next turn. That's kind of where I want it to be, too. Foppy Tree. What percentage of Huntsman searches get Thrillseeker? A lot of them. I would say probably most of them do. It's the card that you most frequently search for. Yeah. Well, that's why you only have to play 2 copies too, because like you never have to draw too many when you have Huntsmans. But it's like the perfect card to search for, because it's, you know, you usually do want it at some point, but you don't really want to draw this card early. Like, it's not a good turn 3 play. It's a good, like, turn 5 play. Would serving with the Mutavault be good there? I guess I could have sent the Mutavault instead of one of the elves to get 1 more damage in. Probably, yeah. There's like almost no reason not to do that, right? Yeah, good point. I should have done that. It's just one more damage. It's a token creature. Token. Oh, because I copied the token. So it's a token that's a copy of the token. So many tokens. So here's a question. What do I pump? If I pump Gigantha Beast token, they can axe Gigantha. So if I pump Gigantha Beast, they axe Gigantha, I respond, use Gigantha Crew Chariot, play Thrillseeker. Thrillseeker counters on Chariot, send everything. Yeah, but I'm kind of assuming they have axe here, right? They've only used one axe. But, like, is there any reason to pump anything else? If I pump these two... No. Pump these two. Yeah, I know if they don't have axe, they're dead, but they very likely have axe. You know what I mean? Okay, Dedge. Well, they're still kind of dead, right? Because now we just put counters here. Actually, I think they are still dead. Yeah, I think they're still dead, right? Damage. You cannot survive this turn, opponent. You actually cannot survive the turn. You are going to go to 0. Just no blocks, Giga Chad. Alright, game 2. What match was the Akroan War's in? They're very, very good against Rakdos. It's kind of weird because, like, this was a very, very popular card when Mono Green was one of the best decks. And even though Mono Green started to fall out of favor, people quickly realized that, like, this card is just good in a lot of matchups. Like, even against small creature decks, Chapter 3 is just Wrath with Suspend 2. So it's, like, very good against those decks, good against Rakdos. It's, like, your only shot against Convoke, for example. Like, that's... You wouldn't think this card is good against Convoke, but just Wrath with Suspend 2 is really good against them. Yeah, I mean, I would say it's, like, 95% center. Alright, Hearse coming in. Against Blue-Red, I like Volley a little bit more because they don't have Shield Rid. Shieldbreaker, no. Hazoret, yes. Clothis, yes. And then we cut Bonecrushers, Ferocidon, and Wars. I guess maybe Abrade is worse than the first War. This is 59 cards that I'm pretty happy with. What's the 60th? I could play one Bonecrusher, I could play one War, I could play one Abrade. Oh yeah, the Frillback, right, because it's the graveyard. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a clean swap then. Yeah. No, Frillback is good. If you have an early Frillback and you can hit their graveyard before they cruise, it's like a massive tempo play. It doesn't happen often, but it's pretty good. How do you feel about the Convoke matchup? I don't know, it was weird. Like, between stream and off stream, I was like 4 or 5-0 against them before last night, and I played against it last night on stream, and I got rinsed. Like, I got 2-0'd easier than you could possibly imagine. And I was winning before that against them, so I don't know if that was just an anomaly. Noix, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Thank you for that 5 months resub. Hands the Schnuts. I think what the reality is probably the Convoke matchup is just close. I think that's where I'm at. I don't think either side is like super favored. Also, obviously, die roll matters a ton in that matchup when you're just like 2 ships passing in the night. It's all like 99% of the time it's better to Stormseeker. I can't really think of a situation where I would want a redemption before Stormseeker. Maybe against Amalia, where you would want to set up turn 3 Ferocidon. I think that's the only spot I would ever consider casting this over this, is against exactly Amalia. Because then you would just sack your elf, get Ferocidon. Wow. I wonder if they have Axe. Do you think they have Axe and just didn't cast it on the Elf? If I have the read they have Axe, I could play Redemption. I know we just talked about this. You know what? Fuck it, let's do it. This might be loose. You can turn 4 kill with turn 2 Huntsman. Yeah, if you like float mana, sack Elf, get Thrillseeker, you can. Okay, well I'm much happier that I cast this into Brotherhood's End. Just play Stormseeker here. Yeah. Like I wasn't thinking about Brotherhood's End, but I'm kind of happy that I played this instead of this into Brotherhood's End. I didn't get the draw step stop in time. Damn it. I guess it's fine. I need to make sure I keep the draw step stop on. It's not necessarily 100% correct, though, because if I fire up Mutavault in draw step, they can just kill it. So it might even be fine to just do it this way. Alright, stop killing my shit. Untapping with a single creature, challenge level impossible. Yeah. I like how we talked about it. I was like, I would never do X, and then X happened. Alright, so maybe it's not always correct to play Stormseeker first. There are some situations where you would consider doing it the other way around. This is another good reason to decide between, you know, which one to play first. I know. Usually when you're playing Gruul, you don't have to think about what you're doing. The pranks. Just a prank, bro. Do I volley that? It only gets in 2 damage. Actually, no, it gets in 4 damage. No, it's only +2, because I can animate Mutavault, play this, haste the 3/3, send everything, they block a 2 and take 6. So it's only +2 damage. That can't be worth it. Yeah, that's not worth it. Boseiju is probably less relevant, or less likely to come up. Yeah, we can try to Huntsman's Fine Cloth this next turn. That might be the play. Depending on how much damage they take this turn. Just gonna shove, pump the Beast token. Because they're kind of incentivized to kill the Beast token anyways, to take less damage. I guess they could kill the Stormseeker before combat. Yeah, I kind of agree. They have like one, I guess there's a Haul in play, but usually if they're firing a Haul, that's a good sign for you, because that means they have nothing else to do. Rude. Okay, they have 2 cards. I feel like if they had Cruise, they may have cast it last turn, so we'll see. Well, unless they're desperate. I don't know. It's like, it depends, right? Like, they could just be firing it up if they have nothing left to do. It could go either way. Are we sacking Mutavault? Yes. Plan is to sack Mutavault to get Clothis. I wish you had Scoos. This is like the only situation I ever would ever consider wanting Scoos. If they kill this, I'll just animate the other one. Is it Clothis? What if it's just Hazoret? Wait, is it just Hazoret? Good options here. I could get Frillback too. No, Frillback doesn't matter though. If they had Cruise, they would have cast it, right? Why would you ever get Frillback here? There's no way they have Cruise in hand. I'm gonna get Hazoret. Play my land first in case they have some weird Force Spike. Well, they can chump block the Hazoret this turn, so it's not, like, super duper good. What am I playing in Atlanta? Probably this, Koido. Very, very good chance I end up playing this. They're not blocking? That seems psychotic. Under what circumstance would you ever not block there? You would have volleyed it? Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have volleyed it. What if I told you they weren't going to block? Why would you not block there? They have Trespass and take 2 turns with 4 power in play. That's not even close to lethal though, even if they have Trespass. I wouldn't say locked, but pretty close to locked. Pretty close. But you cannot fall yourself by losing hope. Easy. See, you're just gonna have your draw line up well against Phoenix. I haven't dropped the game yet. Oh, this deck is so busted. I'm just gonna play this deck. Maybe I'll change like 1 or 2 cards in the sideboard, but I'm definitely gonna lock in Gruul. This deck it's just too good. I'm 8-0 today with it. I got a 5-0 earlier today. It's so gross. This hand's 6 lands and a Bonecrusher. Not really a big fan of 6 lands and a Bonecrusher. Yo, dog, I heard you like elves. This hand's better. Could the Abrade flex slot be a lightning strike? What's nice about Abrade Doomsurf is when they play Copter on turn 2 and you're on the draw, or excuse me, you're on the play, and you get to like Abrade their Copter, whereas if you play lightning strike, you can't do that. Keep both Karplusan Forests. Nah, that's stupid. So it's like it's better when they play a Copter and they can't Grew it that turn. Because you want to be able to like use your mana that turn. You don't want to just get time walked if they play a Copter. You played Danny yesterday and he said that this deck is great if you know the Pioneer format. Yeah, that's fair. If you know a lot of your matchups, if you're very well versed in it. So like this is a weird turn. I have a shitload of options. I could Elf Abrade, I could Lovestruck Abrade, I could Lovestruck Elf, or I could just Redemption. And I think all 4 of those options are pretty good. Damn, this is a tough turn. If I Redemption, am I sacking next turn? Probably not. I could, like, sack Elf to get a land, but I don't want to be there. Yeah, I think saving Abrade for Lord makes sense. But if I Elf Beast and they Chain Whirler, it's horrendous. Right? If I just go Elf Beast and they go land, sack Prospector, Chain Whirler, I just lose the game. I'm gonna cast Redemption. I don't want to just be like stone cold dead to a Chain Whirler. If I solve the format, I may have John. Are they just casting the Chain Whirler anyways? Oh, they're casting Fable. I'm okay with that. Worst draw on the deck. So, float mana, sack, get forest, go 1/1/5/5. Why does the Twitch servers always do that? The stream didn't die, did it? I don't know why it always does that. No, the stream didn't die. The servers are just super weird sometimes. Alright, sack elf, get a forest. Yes, I'm dead. Not dead. Sacking Elf to get a forest is also way better if they Chain Whirler me, because then I have the permanent mana source, so it like plays around them drawing Chain Whirler. Decent chance they discard a Chain Whirler to sweep your board next turn. Yeah, but like I can't play around that, can I? Like what am I supposed to do against that? You want me to just not play the 5/5? Maybe. I could just like pass and hold up Abrade maybe? I don't know. That seems bad. Like, if they don't have Chain Whirler, they just lose the game, right? Pump, pump, hit for 1,000,000. If they don't do it this turn, I'm just going to win. They're playing Joblins. Joblinos. This song is great. Well, I'm going to block. What format is in Atlanta? Pioneer. That's why I've been playing a lot of Pioneer the past couple weeks. Oh, did they just have Chain Whirler plus Death Touch card? Yeah, looks like that's what they have. Bye, board. Well, we're dead. That was fun. Your turn. This matchup seems tough. Have I decided on the deck or not? I'm probably going to play this deck. Hopefully can dodge goblins. Why no pump Chain Whirler? Could have. Was their deck a real deck? Define real deck. It's supposed to be bad against Phoenix. We just beat Phoenix the last match, and I beat Lotus Field twice earlier today. I do think the Amalia matchup is pretty good for this deck with Ferocidon. Can, like, pretend like we can still win, even though I know we can't. You know, if they brick and I draw Chariot, I can still get out of this. Yeah, Touch of Moonglyph makes Chamberlain a Massacre Worm. It's kind of gross. Alright, I'm out. I'm out. What do we want against goblins? I don't even fucking know, dude. Does not seem very good. Ferocidon's probably not great. Frillback bad. Like Clothis Hazoret maybe. Hazoret doesn't die to Chain Whirler. Akroan War is good. Like all my cards don't seem bad, right? Yeah, this deck, the Goblins deck does seem pretty favored against Gruul. No, I don't want Damping Sphere. It's too cute. I have no idea what to cut. But like one of these. Try and grind with them. Frillback for Fable and Graveyard Hate. It's not that good against the Graveyard Hate, or it's not good against their graveyard stuff, because they can just like discard Chain Whirler and get it back at the same turn. I think I'm just gonna do this. They can chump Has for days. Yeah, but it at least doesn't die to their fucking Plague Wind, you know? This ain't gonna be insane with an elf. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Ship the second elf. What matchup is Hazoret for? The grindy matchups. Mostly just Rakdos and Phoenix. But it can just be good against random stuff, too. Rude. Omega rude. Yeah, your turn. Is Mox down? Sometimes, I know it was down a little bit last week. Is the link not working? Offered the trade. Would you like the trade? Not even posting. I'll check in a second. Hold on. No dose trace. Let me refresh. I was able to refresh. Click on the link. Looks like it's working fine for me. Or maybe the extension. Is that what you're saying? Diagonal Monkey. Oh, this thing? Yeah. Chat, ad break coming up in 30 seconds. If you would not like to watch the ads, you can subscribe to the channel for free with a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you for your patience with the ads. Okay, that kind of helps. I say kind of. Salt into the wounds. Shove. What am I casting this turn? Man, I think we just, like, have to assume they don't have it, because we can't beat it regardless. Right? Could, like, Elf Pass hold up Stomp? Yeah, I don't know. Like, we're just not beating it. Alright, don't have it, please. Don't have Splinter Twin. Don't do it. Don't do it! I am asking very nicely for you to not cast Goblin Chain Whirler and Touch of Moonglove. She touching my glove till I'm a moon. Sounds good, JS. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy, enjoy. So paralyzed. Okay, well, I didn't slam it. That's good. Okay, that I can beat. Sure. Do I kill the Horde Master now? If I kill the Horde Master now, I take one less damage, but they get one more look at Chain Whirler. think I'm going to take the extra damage because I do not want to give them one more look towards Chain Whirler. Yeah. Okay. It's not great for me either. Kill on second main. Could have killed second main, yeah. Oh, they get 2 looks. Funny enough, their top card was Chain Whirler. Fuck me. How do I win this game? I don't even know, dude. Just like Chariot pass? Or rather, Chariot attack. I have to play Chariot pre-combat, right? Because if I attack, they chump block, kill Elf, and then I can't cast Chariot. This matchup seems literally unwinnable. Actually stone cold unwinnable. Alright, dodge Goblins in Atlanta, I guess. Is Goblins good against anything? Well, anything besides Gruul, rather. Like, it can't be good into Phoenix, right? Just needs to dodge like 4 or 5 decks. I mean, not that I'm worried about dodging the Goblins deck. I don't think basically nobody's going to play this, right? Phoenix is a good matchup? Really? Don't they just have like a pile of removal spells? Would seem like it wouldn't be great. Alright, I'm out. You win. Dodge Goblins, chat. Dodge Goblins. Let's get a 4-1 prediction. Basically, will we play against Goblins in the last round? Please, no more Goblins. I'm going to keep this. Why is Lotus bad right now? I don't think Lotus is bad. I think Lotus is like a sneaky good pick for this weekend. It's just that I don't really think that people can just pick it. It's not a deck that you can just pick up with no reps. You have to have a lot of reps with Lotus. So the people who were already going to play Lotus will continue to play Lotus, and they'll probably do well. But people who, like, got affected by the bans last week, they can't really just pick up Lotus with, 8 days left to test. Yeah, it's very, very hard to pilot. And it's hard to, like, figure out these situations where there's so many different piles that you can go for enigmatic with, So, there's all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Lotus is good. It's just very, very hard to pilot. Speaking of... Well, I mean, this is definitely a hand that can race them. Like, this hand kills on turn 4, so... 2 ships passing in the night, folks. 2 ships passing in the night. They don't have main deck sweepers usually either. Well, are you going to kill me on turn 3? Because if not, you're dead. Chat, what do you think the odds of them killing me on turn 3 is? What would you say the odds are? It's funny. I do respect my opponent. They typed in chat, so here's what they put in chat. They said, big fan, always feel bad playing you in the queue because I know you hate the matchup. Not watching the full disclosure. I'm on Lotus, your call if you want to play or not. All you have to do is win the die roll against Lotus. It's fine. I do appreciate that they, like, I appreciate the upfrontness about it. Okay, so Sphere's coming in. I think that was really it. I kind of wanted the Hazoret to be able to race them. I kept in 2 wars. I was keeping in 2 wars against them because I wasn't sure how many, like, if they were bringing in Zakama or not. This is one of those situations where if it were open decklist and I knew whether or not they had Zakama, it would influence my decision on whether to keep this in. But I'm operating under the assumption that most lists still have it, even though I'm not sure if that's correct. I don't remember what the other cut was. I think it was a Chariot on the draw especially. Why is my zoom bugged? Alright, whatever, Smip. What's up, Saturn 6? It's not Elf into Stormseeker, but it is Elf into Redemption. I wish there was a good... You know what I wish? I wish there was a good creature that you could tutor for against Lotus Field that would, like, make this card a lot better. I guess you could play Scab Clan Berserker. Just maybe fine? You could play one Scab Clan. Cemetery Gatekeeper. I feel like Scab Clan is probably a little bit better. Soulless Jailer. Does Jailer do anything? I guess it... Well, the issue with Jailer is, yes, you can tutor for it, but it still also dies to Boseiju. Like, I wanted a tutorable card that doesn't die to Boseiju. Oh, the Ultimatum? Emergent? Yeah. Yeah, Jailer stops Ultimatum, but again, it still dies to Boseiju. Probably losing this game. What do I think of creativity in Pioneer? I'll be honest with you, I haven't thought about creativity in a while. Yeah, Scab Clan is good unless they have Grazer. Then it's really bad. Do I sack here? What would I even consider getting? No, I don't think so. Kill them? Oh, right. I could have just got the Thrillseeker. What am I doing? I mean, it wasn't lethal this turn, but I probably should have gotten the Thrillseeker for next turn. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that. That was dumb. I just kind of blanked. Obviously should have got Thrillseeker. That was stupid. It would have been the same board state, but I would just not have this in play, and I would have a Thrillseeker in hand, which is clearly better, yeah. Yeah, Eidolon also dies to Boseiju. Okay, well, I guess it didn't matter too much. Because they had Languish anyways. I guess we're going Bonecrusher, push 4 damage. Maybe it was... Ooh, it was probably better to Hazoret there. Yeah, because then... Yeah, I should have Hazoreted. Because then I could go land Bonecrusher, Copter, and then I would have... Yeah, okay. That was stupid. Should have crewed with Hazoret. I guess they could have, like, a second Languish, so maybe there's an argument for holding Hazoret if they have a second Wrath, because they sometimes also play Sunfall. But that's probably just a bad argument. Because I'm just going to cast it this turn anyways. Yeah. It's probably a stupid argument. That was dumb. Alright, 8U. Go to 5. Don't kill me, I guess. Would I have killed them this turn if I had done that? No, right? Because I would only be attacking... It would have only been 1 more damage, right? Because I go Hazoret crew, turn after Copter Bonecrusher, use Bonecrusher to crew this. This is 9 versus attacking for 8. So it would only be 1 more damage that turn, right? Well, no, because I wouldn't have been able to cast the Stomp. I would have had to go cast Bonecrusher, cast Copter, 1 card in hand. If I Stomp plus Bonecrusher, then I still have 2 cards in hand. So I still would not have been able to cast Stomp there. Alright, I'm just gonna assume that this is enough. Could play it out, but I just don't want to. I'm just gonna multi-elf on the play. There we go. Keep this. Put back second Copter, I think. Mindsparker is Scab Clan for white and blue. So the problem with Mindsparker is it doesn't deal them damage. It doesn't deal them damage when they're casting Balaged. So the one thing I could see happening with Mindsparker is, like, you have it in play, they take some damage to set up their combo, and once they have Chandra plus double Balaged, they no longer take damage off of Mindsparker. Whereas Scab Clan makes them take damage off of everything, right? Okay, what's the play this turn? I want to try and loot for a Damping Sphere. I don't need to play the Damping Sphere this turn. I could, like, Stomp, Bonecrusher, attack, loot. If I draw Damping Sphere, discard Stormseeker. Still didn't hear a no for the white-black splash for Kumbal. Yeah. Let's just double splash Kumbal, it's fine. Okay, Stomp you. Cast this. Crew. Attack. Could jam Seeker next turn. The only problem with going, like, Stomp, cast Stormseeker is I have no cards in hand, right? So I can go Stomp, play Seeker, Crew, hit for 4, but then if I loot into Sphere, I have to discard it. So by doing it this way, I get to keep an extra card in hand. I guess you wanted to just go Stormseeker, don't cast the Stomp. Maybe that was better. Okay, so we definitely should try and find a Damping Sphere this turn. Do I have enough mana to do everything I want to do? Well, I do, right? I can go cast Stormseeker, use Copter to crew Stormseeker, pump the Copter, hit for 8, leave back the 2 elves. Yeah, it is only 1 additional point. I could also just crew with Copter, hit for 7. I don't think the 1 damage matters that much. And it's worse if they somehow find a sweeper. Let's do this. I'm giving out on 1 damage by doing it this way. It's not bad. Like 7. Shout out to the 1 damage, by the way. Or 8. Yeah, shout out to 1 damage. F. I guess if I played the Stormseeker, I wouldn't have enough mana to cast the Thrillseeker. Yeah, but I'm probably not going to get to untap. There's like 0% I get to untap, right? Did we kill Vizier? That's kind of what I was thinking about. They go to 8. I think I have to kill Vizier, right? Yeah, I think I have to. I don't think I have a choice. It just gives them way too much mana if I don't. Alright, go. Keep elf. Why would I keep an elf? I have an extra elf, right? Just sack the elf, kill the Vizier. I think this is fine. Counter on Thrill. No, I think I'd rather keep the Thrillseeker in play, right? Pretty sure. They floated mana with Stage. That's interesting. Oh, I guess it's not interesting. Never mind. Tomber says if you kill Vizier, you are pretty likely to untap. Well, Exhibit A. I'm not untapping. Exhibit A, I have been defeated. The game is over. Have you ever seen Lotus Field not have it? Like, this is Lotus Field we're talking about. They obviously always have it. When have you seen them not have it? Come on, dude. Alright, you in. Isn't Lotus Field fun? Isn't Lotus Field fun, chat? Lotus Field is so much fun to play. How many lands? 24. I was 23 last night, but I went up to 24 today. Did get the pity chest, yeah. I do really, really love playing against Lotus Field. It's really fun. We opened a Tekuthal? Alright, let's run it back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, though.